Welcome to this brand new episode of Zee Connect. Research says that people are generally happier on weekends than weekdays. Well, this could be potentially true because it is only on weekends that you get to see me on your favorite show, Zee Connect. And here I am, all set to share some amazing stories that will recharge your batteries and spark new excitement so you hit Monday on the right note. Gaming geeks the world over will instantly recognize the name Tomb Raider. It gave players a strong, engaging story and enhanced the overall gaming experience. At the forefront of creating a fresh narrative to this already popular game is Rihanna Pratchett, whom we had a chance to meet as she was here for the Emirates Airline's Festival of Literature in Dubai. Learn more about her writing style and the projects she is working on up next. Hi Rihanna, welcome to Zee Connect.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be back.
So if I'm not wrong, this is your second time at the Emirates Airlines Festival of Literature and in Dubai. So tell me, how's your experience been so far and what do you plan to explore in Dubai?
Oh, well, it's my second time at the festival. It's really great to be back. It's such a welcoming place. I really enjoy being in Dubai and I'm making the most of it this second time around. Now I know a little bit more of the city. So I'm doing some scuba diving, going to deep dive Dubai next week, doing my advanced open water qualification. So yeah, I'm really making the most of things.
So taking you back in your journey a little bit, tell me how and when did you start writing?
Oh, I mean, little bits and pieces in school. I remember writing some Asterix fan fiction a very long time ago. Before I even knew what fan fiction was, I wrote an Asterix and the Magic Carpet fan fiction when I was probably about 8 years old. So that was probably one of my early things. And I used to enjoy kind of writing in class and things like that, but I wasn't sure whether to pursue it because it was in my family, and sometimes you think, well, I don't want to do what my family does. But I ended up going into journalism. I did my degree in journalism because journalism, you cover a bit of everything. So it's really good if you're not sure what you want to do with your life because you're covering history, politics, ideas. You're being taught how to write features and news stories and shorthand and things like that. So I started writing professionally then and writing as a journalist for the games industry, and then moving into development and working on the narrative of games, and then branching out into comics and film and TV and books and role-playing games and pretty much everything really.
In fact, I was just coming to this question. Tell me, what pulled you into gaming journalism?
Well, I've been a gamer since I was 6 years old, and as I said, I did my degree in journalism, and in the last year of journalism I started to sort of try and find little small bits and pieces of work, and I actually started working for a women's magazine back in the UK called Minx, and it was aimed at 18 to 24-year-old women, and rather unusually for the time, and even unusually now, they started to cover games, and they knew I really liked them, so I got to just do a little corner of the magazine that was just game reviews, and it probably only lasted about 5 issues, but it was enough to get me on the press list, and I started getting code sent out on a regular basis, so I could go to other publications and say, hey, I've got code for this game or that game, would you like a review? And so that kind of helped, and there weren't many women doing that kind of thing back then, so I guess I stood out a little bit.
So you've written comics, games, TV scripts, journalistic pieces. Amongst these, what do you find the most easy and most rewarding?
Oh, there's easy and hard bits to everything, and there's enjoyable bits to everything. I really enjoy the bouncing around of ideas at the start of all those processes, actually. And yeah, I mean, that's common through all those different media, but I love the way that you have to think about the art when you're writing for a comic.
Yeah.
Think about the pages and, making sure that you have something, exciting just before the page turns, so you're making readers want to turn the page with something unique in comics. And with games, you're sort of creating a journey for the player. The player is part of the story. I mean, they are controlling the story, they're pushing it forward, their actions are driving everything, which makes it sort of very unique. I'm the kind of writer that likes to swap media and genre, and it just keeps things exciting, keeps me learning, which you always have to do as a writer.
Do you have a specific writing process or a schedule that you follow?
A lot of brainstorming ideas, just anything I can think of around the subject I'm writing on. But yeah, it's more haphazardous. Like, I don't know if I have a particular process. I'm quite good with deadlines because of being a journalist. So I have a natural fear of deadlines. So I think that's helped me quite a lot. And I tend to be quite fast when I get going, but I also I'm not very good at working in long stretches to start with. I have to like fool myself into doing it. So I will, write for half an hour, then I'll watch something for a bit, and then I'll write for a bit, and then I'll play a bit of a game, and then I like fooling my brain into doing it. And before long, I'll get so into the work that I'll be writing in long stretches and playing games less. So it's like sort of stabilizer wheels when you're riding a bike. It's like, I'm just getting used to it. Oh, I take the stabilizer wheels off, and then you're going. I have to kind of trick my brain into getting into the swing of it.
So tell us more about your books.
I've got 2 books here at the festival. I've got Crystal of Storms, which is a fighting fantasy book. So if any of you out there remember the fighting fantasy books of the 80s, they were created by Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson. They were brought back a number of years ago, maybe about sort of 6 or 7 years ago. And they started getting a few guest authors in to write them. And I've known Ian for a long time because of his links to Tomb Raider. And yeah, he asked me if I wanted to do it. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I can. I genuinely don't know. Well, this is going to be a challenge because, I've never done anything like it before. I've written for games. I've done a little bit of like short story writing, but I've not really merged the two. But it seemed like a great challenge. I was a fan of the fighting fantasy books. So yeah, I came up with Crystal of Storms, and you play a kind of, I guess, a sort of steampunkish member of the police force, I guess, in this floating archipelago of islands in the middle of a typhoon, where it's in the eye of the typhoon, so it's where it's calm. There's all these little islands. You're a member of the Sky Watch, which are the police force that sort of patrol these islands. And basically, one of the islands drops out the sky with all your colleagues on it into the waters below, and you have to find out by visiting all the other islands what's caused the Nimbus, which is the main island, to fall into the sea. And you've got to get down to it, and it's sort of sunken. You've got to explore the sunken island as well. So it's really fun to do.
Oh, so that's where your passion for diving comes from.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to get some water in there, some water exploration, but I really like the flying island idea, and I'd seen a news story about how a certain cloud effect can make it look like there are buildings in the sky, and there was a story about what looked like a floating city over China, and it was just this particular cloud formation that causes the buildings to look like they're much higher. And that sort of was in my head, and then I kind of thought, okay, I want to do something with a flying island, but I want to do water as well. How can I make that happen? And it sort of all kind of came from that.
So give us a message, something like an advice, a golden piece of wisdom for someone who wants to follow in your footsteps as a writer.
Oh gosh, I don't know if there's one piece of advice, but reading. I know, it's a literature festival, so hopefully that is implied, but yeah, it's not as pressed as much these days as it used to be when I was growing up. I used to be a voracious reader when I was a kid, and that sort of, it's died off a bit as I've got as an adult, and I tend to listen to more books, but like reading and being interested in the world. I trained as a journalist, that means I'm a naturally nosy person. So be interested in the world and people, and be a sponge for stories. Like, talk to people, read newspapers, go to the theatre, play games, listen to radio plays. Content in equals content out. And the more that you can absorb from the world, the more rich your writing will be.
Okay, superb. Thank you so much, Rihanna. It's been such a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
More interesting content coming up on the show right after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. When it comes to celebrations, we Indians have the knack to do it king size. Recently, Abu Dhabi Goans organized the traditional carnival rendezvous at the picturesque Meridien Village in association with Zee TV. The event was to celebrate life and was aptly known as Viva Goa Viva Carnival. Check glimpses of this fun-filled event with me to know more.
Well, welcome to the Viva Goa Viva Carnival 2023, and it's with great pleasure I introduce our team at Abu Dhabi Goans, Olinto and Tommy here, and myself, Trifford Silvera. It's been a 2-year pandemic break that we have had. 2021, 2022 was a tough time for all of us, but we are back in a bang to bring all the Goans from Dubai, UAE, the Northern Emirates, Abu Dhabi, and everywhere into one location that's here at the Abu Dhabi City Golf Club on the 11th of February. The carnival is celebrated over 3 days in Goa. It's much bigger, but then what we do here is we bring our people home. We try to make them feel much closer to home, in a home away from home. Tommy?
Viva Goa Viva Carnival is in the 9th edition. Our aim is to get all the Goan community back here on one platform. Viva, enjoy yourselves.
The event covers bands, musicians, DJs. It's from music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and a lot of music from Goa, the language we speak, Konkani. We have 3 DJs, couple of bands. Music is integral culture of Goans, and so is dancing. And you'll see it here tonight with flavors of music from Goa, from all over the world, and the dancing that you'll witness is mind-boggling.
It's nice to see so many people, okay, who are really, people who have been waiting for this. Okay, it's been 2 years, and people have been longing for this Goan event, the carnival, to happen. Yes, and it's nice to see all these communities coming together. Mostly we have people from Goa, we have people from Samantwadi, people we have Mangalore, we have the East Indian people. So it's a nice feeling to have this experience back, the Goan festival here in Abu Dhabi.
Viva Goa. We feel liberated now after 3 years.
Wow, it's a wonderful event, and now that I've come here for the first time, I think I'll attend it every year. Let's wish it has success like this every year.
We come all the way from Dubai for the Abu Dhabi Carnival organized by Alito and everyone. It's a phenomenal get-together because we look forward to it. We've come here after 2 years, and trust me, these guys do a wonderful job, the Abu Dhabi Goans, and we've always been coming and patronizing it. This is Neville, who'll say a few words, who's a very, very close friend of mine.
Hi UAE, this is Neville from Dubai, and we are coming all the way all these years and been having a wonderful time. Carnival is in our blood, and we love to dance, love to drink and eat, and have a ball of a time. God bless everybody.
We also have another couple who met and who got married in Abu Dhabi for the carnival for the first time 6 years ago. And that's Nisha and Moses.
Yeah. Hi Dubai. Hi UAE. Carnival is very special to us because for the first time I met my love of my life in Carnival. So we came as strangers, we met here and then we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Now we are husband and wife. So there we go.
Hi UAE. This is Moses here, and like my wife rightly said, our love story did start over here 5 years ago with Carnival, and since then every year we've been attending the Carnival. It's been a very special moment for us, a special thing. It's a part of our love culture now that we got to do this every year.
Oh, hello everyone. This is Pearl and this is Meryl. And we are here at Abu Dhabi Golf City having a good time with our community. The Goan Carnival is happening and we are really enjoying ourselves because this has been like after COVID. The community has come together and we are seeing everybody come enjoy themselves. It's been really nice to see all the families, all the kids, and you know, all our friends all around us with the music and the food, and it's just amazing.
This experience after this COVID, it has been fun. We are really enjoying this after 2-3 years of break. And I don't know, it's been fun and meeting a lot of people, all the friends, has been a good experience. Enjoy. Viva Goa.
Viva Goa Viva Carnival. Viva Carnival 2023.
Hi, my name is Joris. This is Leroy.
Hey, what's up?
We are here for the Goa Day. We actually love Goa Day. We've been actually really craving this for the past 2 years. Because of COVID, we haven't actually had time to reconnect, to enjoy ourselves. As you can see behind us, Abu Dhabi is where it's at, man. And I honestly, you know, for the longest time, I haven't been enjoying Goa Day, but like, it's just nice to reconnect with people, friends, families. It's amazing.
Heading for a break, but we will be back with lots more on the show. Stay with us. Welcome back. The 11th edition of Sikka Arts and Design Festival was recently held under the patronage of Sheikha Latifa Bint Mohammed, chairwoman of Dubai Culture and Arts Authority recently. Named after the passageways between low-rise structures in the historical neighborhood of Dubai Creek, the event brought together visual artists, performers, musicians, and other creative people. Let's check it out together.
First of all, we'd like to welcome you to the 11th edition of Sikka Art and Design Festival. This year we have over 188 participating creatives and artists, including photographers, painters, and sculptors. And we have a lot of design installations as well. We have different houses dedicated to different crafts and different aspects of the creative industry. We have a house highlighting Telly, and the house dedicated to digital art, as well as other houses showcasing different artists of different backgrounds.
My name is Alzina Luta. I am an architecture student at the American University of Sharjah, and this is my first year participating at Sikka. This year I bring in a project that talks about the human and the relation of the human to their space around them. The sand expresses this idea and the connection of the human with the land and how they progress through a journey of life and with all of the hardships and the successes that the human goes through.
Today in Sikka we have a projected film of the sunset and sunrise on Earth from the perspective of the International Space Station, and we also have a virtual reality film of the Emirati astronaut Hazza al-Mansouri. In the film you get to experience the International Space Station and what goes on in it alongside the astronaut, and you kind of become an astronaut as well yourself.
Hello, this is Aliyah. I did the balloon installation stereotype inversion. It's like a new install from the previous project, stereotype inversion, which is a mixed media art project. It was like included like a photography series, art installations, and video art. Each art piece delivered like a separated message, but in general it delivered like one general big message to invert all stereotypical things around the human and to start to create like new things, new inventions, new creative stuff and things. So it's like inviting all people, all humans around the world, like to do whatever they like to do it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nilza Ying, and I'm the artist for this installation. The name of the installation is Blooming in the Desert, and basically it's a personal meaning for me because it represents my blooming in the artistic world as I'm not a full-time artist. And the blooming in the desert because I'm based here in Dubai, and I miss the bloom, the green, the colors. That's why I incorporate the colors on my work. And I work in porcelain. Yes, basically that's it.
Hi, my name is Moe, and I created this piece with the help of all my neighbors and friends who are immigrants in Dubai like myself. And with this piece I wanted to capture the story of everybody who is left their homeland and have come to the UAE with the hope of creating a better future for themselves. I always like to create a part for the audience to play a role. So in this, I guess you would call it Jola. It would only be complete if you put it on your shoulder and connect with the piece. A lot of people ask me what's in it. Well, if you come to Sikka, you'll find out that it might be a piece of you.
With this, we come to the end of the episode and I hope you liked it. Well, if you did, then you can prove it by sending in your feedback to our social media handles that are mentioned below. I will see you once again next Sunday. It's time for me to take your leave. Take care. Bye-bye.